Today, I'm going to be talking about how to change your life. Do it so fast that it might actually feel illegal. Change becomes much more powerful when we actually notice change. That is one of the keys to understanding how we shift our identity. We've spoken about in the video 5, we talked about Ikigai, where you are working through your passion, figuring out what your purpose here is in life. You went through the understanding of the ego, understanding that the ego was there to have us compare ourselves and have us make comparisons, but it doesn't serve us as we grow up because we tend to make too many comparisons and we look at our own self-worth in comparison to the to other people. So that's why shifting to a place where you're moving towards finding what you really want to do and what you enjoy doing is the key. So some of the key issues that I want to go ahead and talk about this time is that, of course, change becomes more powerful as we notice it. And these small shift in these thoughts and ideas and other things within our consciousness uh, allows us to see this new identity taking shape within ourselves. And the final thing is that recognizing these different shifts and these different actions changes our brain so that we acknowledge these changes. Let's look at the first PowerPoint slide. First, these are the main takeaways. People often give up because change feels invisible from the inside. As we had discussed earlier, if you don't acknowledge these changes, you'll feel that nothing is really happening with your life. Secondly, there needs to be some evidence that you're growing in knowledge. Maybe make a celebration out of these small little things. You know, some things are naturally measurable, right? Like weight. You want to lose weight, you get jump on a scale and you can see that, but that doesn't tell the entire story, as you know. And then finally, your new identity is not far away. It's already showing up in small ways as you shift yourself, as you shift this identity that we talked about. In the areas to observe, I want you to look at your thoughts. Are you having kinder self-talk to yourself? Do you do less dread and more openness? All of these things create a greater awareness of progress in terms of growth, in terms of making that shift quickly. We're also going to look at choices, the choices that you make. Are they more aligned with your daily actions? Are you creating better boundaries? Are you paying more attention to what truly matters? This is not rocket scientists, you know. We're we're essentially talking about coming out with a plan, a logical plan that's not too overwhelming, so that our ego and all the things that keep us from doing what we really want to do won't stop us because they're going to be fighting hard to stop us. Finally, the your what is your presence like? Are you listening deeper to things? Are you more honest? Do you have more self-love in yourself? And do you feel more alive in ordinary moments? Pull out your journal. Write about what you feel every day. Do that as an assignment. Next slide on reflective questions. Ask yourself, how do you start your day? If you had specifically identified what you want to be, let's say very, very powerful, very, very wealthy, what does a person like that do? What do they do when they get up? They're obviously positive. What am I saying yes to more often? Are you denying doing that? Are you procrastinating? Or are you saying, yes, I'm going to go ahead and take that advantage to go and do that? And what have you stopped doing? This, like when I'm talking about procrastinating. And then how are you treating your body, your time, your relationships? Are you doing it differently? For the practice for the week, I want you to ask yourself what your new self is grateful for. In this new identity, ask yourself, what are you really, really grateful for in your social, in things like with your family? Then ask what invites you to try next. What do you really want to try? When you listen to the little voice inside, it's going to tell you what you want to do next. Then write out the answers down. And then finally, what I want you to do is take one of those little tiny actions, and then I want you to move forward with that. Just follow that little little tiny action. And finally, in terms of the roadmap, if you haven't gotten a copy yet, go to down below and I'll send you a free roadmap that you can use with these videos as a workbook. But this week, we want to describe the new identity in a very simple language. Who is it that you are now? And then gather information of what is already real for you. Look around you, see what's happening to yourself, and are there changes in your body if you're trying to lose weight? Are you doing something else? What are these little bits of information? Because these little bits of information is going to tell you how quickly you are moving. And then I want you to write a short conversation with your new self. Take out your journal and write this conversation. I'm going to close by just saying, small choices help you to move faster. It's one of the points that I've written in my notes. I've said it before. I said it in the last video that you look to conquer these huge goals, and it's never going to happen. You have to chunk it down, bring it down to small little pieces. How do you eat an elephant one bite at a time, right? Same principle. Every time you notice a kinder thought, a braver decision, or more honest moment, that's the who that you are. This is the change that we're seeking and that you're looking for. So now your job is just to keep paying attention and to keep walking forward. Finally, you're not waiting to become that person someday. You're already recognizing who you've already become today. I'll see you in video 10 next week. Don't forget to comment. Thank you.